What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I have a match with Taker at Armageddon, and Rey Mysterio certainly wants him some. Let's begin the week. Battle Royal tonight, and if one of them wins the Battle Royal, they get to choose their match type for Armageddon.
Hey dog, it's Ray. I'm really sorry if I misread the situation last week. I just wanted to make sure that you made it all right to Armageddon in one piece. And Benoit looked like he was ready to explode. Yo, I hope everything's cool with us. Anyway, I'm looking forward to our four-man battle royal tonight against Benoit and Undertaker. 2 main event matches in a month. That's gotta look pretty good for my world heavyweight title chances, right? Well, talk to you later, dog. Adios.
The concept of a 4-man battle royal is really funny to me, but obviously video game limitations and such. And so I welcome you to a fine Thursday here on the program, your Rey Mysterio update. In real life, for his injury update is that he's looking at an early July return. So not a super long injury, thankfully, and then perhaps being put back into that feud with Joe as was planned, and hopefully that all works out for Rey. Mysterio certainly becoming more and more injury prone in his old age. Perhaps don't push him so hard on all these dates and whatnot, you know? I'm just saying. Just work less dates and then hopefully get less injured. It's working out pretty good for Randy Orton. I'm just saying. So SmackDown, or, SmackDown Live, if you will, supposedly, according to some TV advertisements, SmackDown Live, when it goes to Fox, gonna have a new logo, which you would imagine it would, because, a bit of a branding thing on your new show, on your new broadcast TV, network TV bit of business. And importantly there, it's just SmackDown. They brought back the exclamation point in the SmackDown, which is awesome, and they got rid of the part where it's SmackDown Live. Now, obviously, Fox bought this program because they want 52 weeks a year of live sporting entertainment, right? So that, I don't think will change. I expect things to be live on Fox. I don't see that changing, because why buy a thing and then pre-tape it? That seems real dumb. They have to actually change their whole entire bit of business when it comes to how they film and how they have talent structured, because usually they have SmackDown on Tuesdays. And even when it was on, the other network, they still had it on Tuesdays. So when it was pre-taped, it was taped on Tuesdays, right? So that one is going to be interesting to actually have it live on Fridays, which has not been done in the history of SmackDown, is my understanding. Referee! 1, 2, 3. Getting a pin in a Battle Royal. Sure, why is this even a Battle Royal? It's a Fatal 4-Way. Or it's Fatal 4-Way elimination. It doesn't need to be a Battle Royal. Like, what are you doing? Anyway. So yes, SmackDown, new logo when it goes to Fox, as is rumored, or as was shown on a TV thing saying this fall. And it was a new logo. So, is that going to stick between now and October? Look, it's WWE. Things could always change. That's what we always say. Anything can happen, and Vince will change his mind whenever he feels like changing his mind. So, that's the least surprising thing in the world. Now then. The concern, though, that I have is that, yes, you have your Fox deal, right? Which is SmackDown Live on Friday nights in October. But you also have your Saudi deal, which is every 6 months having a super show in Saudi. And those are on Fridays. And you can't not have your talent on Fridays for SmackDown, so either they move the Saudi show or they pre-tape SmackDown, in which case, why did you buy a live SmackDown to have it get pre-taped? I would imagine that's going to be an interesting discussion between the Fox executives and the Saudi people who are paying for these shows and whatever else. So, I don't know, but something has to give there. You can't not have both rosters on these super shows. I mean, you could, but I don't think they would. And the dead man here is going to tombstone your boy. No, I'm sorry, Snake Eyes. Now he's going to tombstone your boy. I was caught slipping. Hey, Ray, you want to help me out here with this? You want to... No? You don't want to give me a hand there? Is that not a rope break? Is that not a rope break? I didn't lose. I didn't lose. Out of the tombstone. Haha. Deal with that. Back to taunting, because what do I care? I have very minimal damage here, only out of my head, because, you know, tombstone. There we go. Alright, Ray, Ray can prove himself here against the dead man, or he just wants to get a piece of me. That's fine. I'll give him that old slug exploder. I don't care. I'll choke out the dead man. I don't care. Anyway, some AEW news is that officially Shawn Spears, also known as the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, is officially with AEW. He obviously worked Double or Nothing in the Battle Royal, but was not signed at that point. He is now signed, so that is officially a thing as such. So congrats to him on that whole bit of weirdness. Now then. Apparently, WWE has a upcoming Netflix movie happening called The Main Event. And what in the blue hell that is, I have no idea. But they were apparently casting for extras in Vancouver for that. But it's Netflix. They'll give a deal to just about anybody. So perhaps that'll be more lucrative for them than their direct-to-DVD, or I guess at this point, direct-to-Blu-ray type films that they've been doing that are all not very good. They're all not very good. So perhaps when they have the Marine 13, that'll be on Netflix or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. 1, a 2, a 3. Not a 3. Not a 3. Hey, Taker. He reversed the slug exploder. How dare you, dead man? How dare you? We'll take turns beating up Little Rey Mysterio. We'll take turns. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll hit that, and then you can just pin him, and then, you know, taking turns. Yes, you get in your submission. I get in my submission. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. Keep on doing my slug-go-roonies for days and days. And oh no! And oh no. Caught slipping. Caught slipping. Once again. And yeah, Ray here, you are not long for this world. Rey Mysterio. Not long for this world. Woo! 5-star slug splash. Store the finisher. So, Taker has his too. Yes, Taker, you can tombstone Ray. Do your snake eyes. Or, yeah, do your tombstone. Take care of Ray. And then walk right into a slug exploder. That's what's about to happen as Ray gets pinned. And guess who's here to pick up the pieces? That's right, your world heavyweight champion. 1, 2. The dead man kicks out. How dare you? The grit, the tenacity, the hustle, the phenom. That's why he is the phenom, folks. That's why he is the phenom. But attackslug is just that good and cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped in any real capacity. That's it, Taker. I'm gonna get you another. Yeah, I'm gonna get you another finisher. Finish you off again. Woo! And you ain't gonna have to worry about it. You ain't gonna have to worry about it. I'm gonna do the claw. The claw. Which is kind of not really the mandible claw, sort of on. Yeah, alright. And then just hook him. And then pick him up. And then slug exploder him ×2. And then pin the man. And that should be it. And it was not. And it was not. So I'm already fighting Taker at Armageddon. And he is proving why he is the most dominant force in sports entertainment today. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. 5-star. Just totally overshoots it. What else is new? Continue. Hey, referee. Eat it, yeah. Eat it, yeah. Alright, I'm almost at finisher again. So as long as Taker's not there, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. What is he doing? Just do a thing. Dead man, what are you... Uppercuts. Store it. Pick him up. And do it again. Into the turnbuckle. Slug exploder. Into the turnbuckle. Insane. 1, 2. It took 3 slug exploders to put away the dead man. Guess who gets to choose the type of match I'll be winning at Armageddon. That's right. It's me. It's me. It's that S-L-U-G, baby. Well, you did it, playa. You won the Battle Royal, and now you get to choose the kind of match you want. What's it gonna be, champ? Single, hardcore, ladder, Iron Man, submission, cage. I'm gonna keep saying hardcore, because that's easier to win than anything else here in this game.
Hey, champ, it's Ray Ray. Just calling to wish you good luck tonight in the big match. But I'm sure you're not gonna need it. Just be sure to hang on to that World Heavyweight title, because I want to be your next title defense, okay?
We'll see, Ray Ray. Title on the line at Armageddon. Man, I really miss custom pay-per-view sets. They had some really good ones over the years. And now it's just, hey, here's a giant screen, and there you go. There's no more, like, imagination in their set design, and that's kind of a shame. Anyway, we need to sit here now for a little bit here and discuss WWE Creative once again. Because it's kind of back in the topic of discussion as of the past couple of days with a couple of things. And I want to start here, right? That whenever a fan, such as myself, criticizes WWE Creative, booking, etc., the thing you'll hear from the talent, the wrestlers, and whatever else is that, man, you aren't there. You don't know. You're not backstage. You aren't at the tapings. What do you know? You're a fan. Shut up and watch, and don't judge the creative process because you aren't part of the creative process, right? And that's fair. That's totally fair. Having done things here on YouTube that involved a lot of moving pieces and a lot of creative work, and having people criticize that, not knowing what happened to get to that point, I can totally sympathize and understand that point of view, right? But if somebody that I had, done shows with or done videos with had come out and said, hey, this is what was wrong with that particular video, A, B, and C, which was true, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to say, hey, you weren't there so you wouldn't know, if someone was actually there who actually knew, right? So when you had Moxley, aka Ambrose, out there on the Jericho podcast saying that, man, their creative process is messed up, it's broken, then why would you not believe that? And then folks say, well, he's just bitter. He's just mad about his spot, mad about his booking for the last couple of years, and, not happy with how that went, and he's just a bitter guy. He's just not, he's not there anymore, and therefore he's bitter, etc., right? And I think it's interesting now that in the past day or so, there was a Batista podcast or interview or something that kind of went down those same lines of discussion, as in the fact that creative has that creative is a nightmare, according to Batista, and they have no clear long-term vision at all, and they're pretty much booking week to week, which if you watch the show and you pay any bit of attention, it's pretty clear a lot of their stuff does not have any kind of long-term plan at all for just about anybody. The fact that we got Shane and Miz from November to Mania seems more like an accident than anything else. It seems like a fluke than anything else. Because it was actually, hey, here's some long-term booking. Was that the plan originally when they had them as a tag team? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll never know. We weren't there. We're not backstage. But that was a rare bit of long-term business when most of what they do is not long-term at all. It is this week-to-week, like, hopefully someone gets hot. Hopefully what you're doing works. But most of the time, they're just kind of throwing things against the wall and hoping for the best. And, the inertia, the amount of audience you already have and is going to watch always, like, say, me, is carrying you through these phenomenally low and dropping ratings, which has been a problem for a long time now. So, when you have Batista out there, who was there back in, say, the mid-2000s, who saw a much different side of the creative and the booking, and then was, left, came back, certainly would have a longer-term view of how things have changed then versus now. When you had more control on your character, when you had more input on your character, and when you could freestyle a little bit more, certainly on your promos. And that's an important thing that I've been mentioning for a long time, in that the way promos used to work in the wrestling business was that they gave you a handful of bullet points, right? And it's alright. Get out there, you have X amount of time, right? Hit these bullet points in that time, and however else you want to freestyle it, then do that. And let your natural charisma get you over. And if you can do that, then you'll be a top star in the business. If you can't do that, then you're going to flounder, and we don't need you, essentially. Or you're lower on the card because you're not good at cutting these kinds of promos. And that, to me, is a better way of handling the talent having a connection with the audience instead of heavily scripting all their promos word for word. But again, I'm not backstage, I'm not there. But when you look at the Moxley podcast, and you hear his thing about how they had to get the exact phrase pooper scooper out of that promo, then that to me says, hey, they're pretty heavily scripted to get one word out of that promo. So that's just, my opinion, and that's just kind of how I feel about those things. But yes, Batista further backing up the fact that their whole thing right now is a mess, and their creative is kind of just booking week to week, and it is an absolute nightmare, is not surprising. What are you doing, Taker? Why are you just moonwalking? Not surprising to me, or anyone who's actually paying attention to the show they're booking each and every week. Like, that to me is the least surprising thing in the world. Anyway, hey Taker, you want to get... Yeah! Get up here. I want to give you a slug exploder on this table, but you don't seem to want to let it happen, therefore, I'll do it on the floor. Too stupid. Too stupid. Anyway, we're here in this hardcore match with the Dead Man, and can we take out and defend successfully our World Heavyweight Championship? Crossface chicken wing, locked in, and it immediately escapes. Immediately escapes. I don't want to run that. I want to get on this table. And then, hey, Dead Man, come up here on the... No, you want to just walk backwards. These games can have, some very annoying artificial intelligence in how they handle their matches. So you keep moonwalking, Taker. I'ma go get a chair. You stay right there. I'ma come right back with a solid steel chair. Now, speaking of Taker, in that same bit of Batista podcast interview, whatever, he said he called Taker. He called Taker and said, hey, maybe don't do that match in Saudi with Goldberg. Like, just, he tried to talk him out of it. And Taker at that point felt obligated to have this match, and unfortunately, that was the end result, was that terrible, terrible match with Goldberg, who shouldn't be headbutting doors. Too stupid. Stop headbutting doors, Goldberg. Seriously. Oh, the uppercut from the Dead Man. He just wants to be in that corner. He just wants to be next to that belt, and now he's got the triangle choke, and that's a problem. Hey. Whatever. I was hitting X there because I'm so used to hitting X, but that's just kind of my fault, and not the game's. And now Taker finally going to work here with that heel hook on your World Heavyweight Champion, who's not tapping out here. It's not happening. I'm escaping. I'm hitting you with another finishing maneuver, and we're going to do this business on the floor if we have to. Dead Man. He's almost a finisher. This could end up poorly for me. I could lose my title. Or I could escape. Like, why is he just hanging out in this corner? What is so... Yeah, alright, this is going bad now. This is going bad now, Dead Man. No. What? Run away! I'm back in the ring now. What in the blue hell, Taker? What in the blue hell? I'm just going to keep telling you to eat it, yeah, here, and build meter. And hopefully build meter. Eat it, yeah, Dead Man. Give me meter. Video game. Like, what in the hell? Why is he just constantly moonwalking? Why? Man, I don't know anymore. I have the worst luck when it comes to video games and wrestling and weird bugs and glitches and such. I have just the worst absolute luck. But, you know what? It's over. Eat it. Yeah. Keep on building that meter because we gonna win. We're almost there. Oh, now Great, great, great. I'm in an animation. Great. No! 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 Now I get tombstoned? No. You finally decided to get out of the man taker. Bulldog. Relax yourself now, right? You finally decided to do it. Well, guess what? Slug's floater into the apron, into the stairs. The solid steel stairs on the side of the ring. 1, 2, 3. What a match. What an Armageddon. That was terrible. And yet, somehow, still better match with Goldberg. I'm just saying.
He did it. He defended his title against The Undertaker. He's going to leave Armageddon as the World Heavyweight Champion. That was a great match. But I'm telling you, he may have went from the frying pan into the fire. Yeah, he survived a dead man right here, right now. But let me remind you that Chris Benoit still has some unfinished business with the champion.
That's for sure, Taz, and you have to wonder how Rey Mysterio fits into all this. But regardless, what a great victory for the champion this has been.
Yes, and still your World Heavyweight Champion. It's true. It's damn true. And that wraps up this episode. I will see you next time. Tomorrow's video is Perplexing Pixels, Blood and Truth, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tune in for that. Grim in the VR headset. It's a fun video. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.